Welcome to Trophy TV. It is the Everton News Daily, Wednesday the 5th of July 2017. The big news today is that it looks as though Wayne Rooney may be on his way back to Everton. Me and Ped have done a video. Make sure you watch that, the pros and cons of a return for Rooney. Disclaimer, it's mainly pros. But it's an interesting one, this, isn't it? Because obviously it's been bubbling around for a while, for years really. It gathered the pace after Christmas. Everton, Sky done that day at Finch Farm and Ronald Koeman said yeah, he wanted them back. And then it looked like it was going to happen, and then they met with Wayne Rooney's advisors and it was well off the table because the figures were too high. But there's been a real softening and a real change in that now, mainly from Manchester United side. And it looks as though Rooney is coming back to Everton. There was talks of a loan, but we now believe that it's going to be a free transfer with a golden handshake from United or whatever. But it's interesting, isn't it, to see him coming back to Everton. You know, we've said before, if he was the only striking option, you'd be a little bit hesitant, but he's just going in with a host of other players to add to Ronald Koeman's squad. So I think it's a really good sign. Well, if it happens, it'll be a really good sign. But check out the video, like I said. But it's going to be an interesting story to follow. You know, it's going to be interesting the first time he turns up at Finch Farm. It's going to be interesting. The press are going to follow everything that goes with it. And this story, I think, is going to gather, you know, pace over the next couple of days. So watch this space. We'll have it for you on Trophy TV when it eventually does be, you know, the move is completed. Moving on to a striker Everton have completed today. Young Boris Mathis, who signed a 2-year deal from French club Metz. He will go into David Unsworth's under-23 side. He's got fabulous hair, if you're watching it. If you have a look at him, Ped's quite jealous. Probably you'll see Ped with a little darker tinge and the hair dragged across, trying to emulate Boris. But he's an interesting one. It was that story broke at the weekend, and Everton had tied him up, and again another brick in the wall, so to speak, of David Unsworth's under-23 side as Everton try to develop this almost production line to the first team. So it'll be interesting to see how he gets on, because I think a couple of players from that 23 will be more in the first team squad this year, especially given the amount of games we've got to play this season. A bit of disappointing news has broke today. Kevin Sheedy has left Everton Football Club. He's left his job in the academy. Unsure at the moment to why he's left, but what a fantastic player, been very successful with Everton as a coach as well, and obviously we wish him all the best whatever he chooses to do next. But it's a sad day because he's such an Everton legend, so all the best, Sheeds, with whatever you do. Moving on to another transfer story. Alexander Lacazette has not signed for Everton, much to my dismay, but he has joined Arsenal for £50 million. And what does that mean for Arsenal's other French striker, Olivier Giroud? Lots of press have picked it up. The story's been bouncing around this week that he may join Everton. Everton very interested in him. I believe the Evening Standard tonight has gone with Giroud is open to leaving Arsenal now. Obviously the Lacazette thing has pushed him towards the exit door. And he'd be one I think is really interesting for us. I think it ties into everything Ronald Koeman wants from a target man. But I don't know how much it's dependent on whether Romelu Lukaku leaves. I should imagine if Rooney comes on in, it'll be very dependent on whether Rom goes. But he is certainly a player I would love at Everton, Olivier Giroud, because I think he can get us a lot of goals. Yes, he's not the quickest, and him and Rooney wouldn't be the most dynamic of front men, but I think Giroud will do an excellent job.
Just coming in here, Baz. Hi folks, some breaking news. Everton have signed a landmark finance deal with a Chinese bank that could bring in tens of millions of pounds over the next 3 years, and the club says the £60 million deal could open new opportunities in the massive Chinese market. Boom! We love the money! We love the money! So there you have it. That Industrial and Commercial Bank of China, the world's biggest bank, has agreed to give the club a £60 million 3-year credit facility. Money goes to money, and Everton have just got more money. Boom!
Money, money, money. There you go. Live breaking news. As we have it, Everton are even richer than they were when I started this Everton breaking news, daily news. I've even forgot it. Ped's got me all flustered because now we're going to sign Griezmann. Anyway, this has been Toffee TV. I don't know, I've just lost it. Thanks for watching. See you soon on Toffee TV.